Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today I'll be making a birthday card, and the stamp set that I'm featuring are this one from Simon Says, and this is called Birthday Celebration. It has the cutest elephant I've ever seen. This set was usually around $19, and that's why, because they've included this with birthdays of their clients. I believe that it was something like that, and finally they've changed the stamp set, and now it sells for $6.99. So I got this one when I saw the price. And I'm featuring also this Birchland stamp set from Altenew. I'll be trying to create a scene. So first of all, I'm going to stamp this image right here. I'm gonna be using my VersaFine ink to stamp my image, and I'll be inking only the bottom side, as I will be doing some masking. And I'm just gonna wipe off any excess here. And I'm gonna stamp this right about here. I'm not worrying if I have a bit of that back area stamped, because I will be using a multi-liner to complete and close the circle here. I will also be creating a mask, so I'm stamping once again onto these post-it full adhesive notes. And I'm gonna quickly trim this out. So I can now place my mask on top of my first stamped image, and I'm gonna be using this cute elephant and stamp him inside. And I can now remove my mask and have my little elephant inside of the swimming pool. I will be using a multi-fine liner. This is from Staedtler. It's a 0.05 pigment liner. It is waterproof and it has a very fine tip. And I'm just gonna go over some of the lines here in the back. So it looks like a continuous image. And even if a bit of that ink shows here, I will be covering that with my watercolors. I'll also be stamping one of these tiny birds from this set. This is a great set for creating a scene. You have this birch tree here, and you can stamp the leaves and some branches also. But that just didn't fit on my card today, so I've decided to not stamp the tree also. And I'm gonna stamp this tiny bird right onto his trunk here, so like that. And I'll be using this stamp that is for the leaves and create the effect like he's throwing water. I'm gonna stamp this with some blue ink. This is from Mama Elephant and it's called Rainwater. Just gonna stamp this right about here. So now I can quickly color my elephant, and I have here the Mijello watercolors. I've spritzed a bit of water on top so they can get more liquidy. I'm using this Prima water brush, and I'm just gonna quickly color this in, and we'll see you once everything gets done. Now that I have everything colored, I will be using a frame die. And I have these rectangle dies from Tonic Studios. And I'm gonna be using this one that has a scalloped edge. All dies from Tonic Studios come onto these magnetic sheets, and they are very useful to keep your dies in place. Now that I have my panel trimmed, I will be stamping my sentiment onto a piece of a plastic bag here, and that will serve me as a guide to see where I can place the sentiment. I'm stamping this with the VersaFine. It can be any kind of ink, and also it will be slippery, but I don't mind. As I said, it will be only a guide for me to see where I can stamp the sentiment, as this birthday here is pretty big and my panel is small, so I'm just gonna see where I can fit my sentiment. I think I'm gonna stamp it right about here. I was thinking of stamping this balloon also, just to see if I can fit it behind him, tied like on its tail. And because I already have my background colored, I will probably color this onto another piece of paper and just adhere it on top. And I'm gonna be stamping this balloon once again onto a piece of watercolor cardstock and use my watercolors to quickly color it in. And I'm gonna first try and color it here. Maybe it will seem transparent with that background behind, and if that won't work, I will just tape the other balloon on top. But these paints are pretty opaque, so my background there doesn't show, and maybe I'll just leave it like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this, and I will be coloring that highlight here with my white gel pen so it can pop a bit more. I'm gonna be stamping some more of these balloons, as I think my card is a bit too empty. I can now mount my card base, and I'm gonna be using some craft foam to add a bit of dimension. I have a panel here, but I think I have to trim it much smaller. And I'm gonna be using my ATG gun to adhere this down. And I'm gonna be using a bit of this 3M Scotch foam tape to add some tiny dots of foam on the back of my balloons. I'll be adding a bit of shimmer, and I'm using my Spectrum Noir clear glitter shimmer pen, and just look what I've done to my brush. I don't know how this happened. Even if I wasn't careful when I've closed it down, I don't see how this could have bent inside of my cap here. I honestly don't know what I did, so I'm just gonna have to use it like this. And as you probably can see, this picks up a bit of that watercolor, so you might want to be careful when you have multiple colors on your images, that you don't transfer that color. And you can see the shimmer, maybe. I'm gonna be adding some sequins, and I have the clear sequins from Simon, and I will be using my multimedia mat to adhere them down. So that finishes the card for today. I hope I gave you some ideas on how you can use masking and mixing your stem sets. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye.